Good morning. Good morning to Janine McDonald. Thank you so much for joining me. This is another inspirational story about ordinary women, although none of us are ordinary, we are all extraordinary, about women changing their life in midlife. And I am Moira Doherty. I'm the midlife business guru, and I help and inspire women in midlife to change their life, because it is never too late. You can learn new skills. You can become a brilliant businesswoman, and you can become financially free. And that is what I'm all about. And these interviews are to show you real life women who have done exactly that with their lives. So Janine, tell us a little bit about you, introduce yourself, and thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me on, Moira. Yeah, I am Janine McDonald, and I am, yes, midlife, and I actually set up my own business. I was at the point where I was low mood, anxious. I'd got married, had 2 children, wasn't working out, split up, went through redundancy, unable to work for a few years, ill health. And then I actually thought, well, what am I going to do? And I found myself not being able to get a job, because my life had transformed dramatically. I'd gone from being a bank manager
Wow.
to no job. And when I was applying for jobs, I was applying for key time, school hours, and term time, because I needed the school holidays. And on benefits, you can't afford childcare. So I was in a real difficult situation. And when I did manage to get an interview, it was very much, well, you've had a career, you're going to want that again. And I was having to explain myself every single time. And I thought to myself, this isn't fair. It's not fair that you have to go through things like this. And through part of my low mood and my depression and life events that were happening, clutter started to build up in my home. And I got to the stage where one half of my brain was going, come on, there's only 10, 20 things in that corner. It's only going to take you 10 minutes. This side of my brain was going, not even going to let you stand up to even go over there to pick it up and put it away. And unfortunately, that side became more dominant, to the point where, if you watch Friends, you'll know what I mean when I say Monica's closet. Yeah, that was my spare room. That was my spare room.
No way.
Yeah. And it weighed me down so much. And over a period of time, a lot of help and support from people around me, I managed to get it sorted. And right at the bottom, the last thing that I came across, quite ironically, was a duster.
Wow.
And I thought, that just says it all, really. So I started telling myself, because it was so overwhelming, I started telling myself just 3 things, because I was at such a low point. And those just 3 things, every time I went into a room, I'd go, just 3 things. I just need to pack 3 things away. And slowly I'd find that I was going upstairs, say, to my bedroom to put something away, and I'd purposely go in the spare room and put 3 things away in there as well. And then the next room I went in, it was again just 3 things. So slowly, I started getting my house back. And then I found that I was helping friends. So I'd go around and say, I just need to sort the kids' books out. And I'd go, come on, let's do it now. And I'd get really excited. And we'd do it in 5-10 minutes. And I'm thinking, but why can't I do this myself? And it became a very interesting subject for me, as to weighing up, how does clutter affect your mental and physical well-being?
Yeah, and it does.
It really does.
The 2 things go hand in hand, don't they?
Very much so. And I saw the impact that it was having, what support I had was having a positive impact on me. And also the impact that I was having on my friends' lives and their attitudes, their positivity, their buoyancy, by doing that little task with somebody else, made a huge difference to them. But it made a huge difference to me as well in building up my confidence.
Mm.
So as I was coming to the stage of feeling quite a lot better, thinking, right, okay, what am I going to do? I knew I didn't want to go back into financial services. And I, at the age of 49, nearly 50, set up my own business.
Whee! And what was the time span between you actually, because this is important, because lots of people are under the misinterpretation that people get redundancy and spring straight into this new life and have fantastic businesses. What was the time span between you have been made redundant and actually getting to the point where you felt strong enough and capable enough to start your business?
6 years.
There you go.
Yeah, just under 6 years. Yeah.
So that was a big journey.
A big journey, a huge journey. And again, so many different life events within that time frame as well. And yes, I went on a business startup course, which was free. They were all very much about, you can start a business for free without having any money. At that point, I didn't even know what I was going to do. And by day 3 of a week-long course, I was like, right, setting up a website, clear the clutter now. That's it. I'm on my journey.
Oh, brilliant.
And I spent the next few months building up, speaking to people, and then my official launch, if you will, was in February 2020.
Wow,
Fabulous
just before
time.
COVID.
Straight into lockdown. But you adapt. And what I found was that people say, oh, what are you doing setting up a business now, like at this time of life? And I'm going, but my mortgage isn't going to be paid off for another 20 years. So I want to do something that I enjoy. And I do enjoy it. I love helping people. And I love seeing the transformation, even within one session that happens with them. And the roles I'd had before, to a certain extent, I enjoyed them, but I wasn't like madly passionate about them as I am with this. And I just thought to myself, how many life skills have I got? Not just business skills from working in banking, but how many life skills have I got that I can use to help support my clients?
Exactly. And it's identifying that we have got life skills. That is the other thing.
Yes.
Because we all, I have conversations with so many women and they say, oh, I can't do anything. I've got no qualifications. I've got no this, no that. And it's actually just being a mum gives you so many life skills.
It gives you so many. And what I was told when I was building up a CV initially after my redundancy and everything, because I'd had gaps in my employment history. And once I'd been made redundant, they also put down that I was a mum. And they said it is really important to put that in your CV because you can then think about budgeting. You do the shopping, you have to do it within a budget. You know, you've got all your bills that you need to juggle. You've got the kids so that you've got time management because the kids are going here, there and everywhere. School, you need to do your bits in between. She said there's so many skills that you're not just a mum.
Yeah.
You're actually running a business because it's running your household.
And that's what's important. So that is an important message to get across. Because as I say, a lot of women think I haven't done anything. They you know, I haven't got any skills. And it's important to recognize that you so have.
Everybody's got skills, every single person. And if someone on here is watching this and going, I haven't got any skills, then give me a call, because 10 minutes of talking to you and I'll let you know what your skills are.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
And it's important. So, Janine, before we finish, where are you going from here, and what is your advice? What is your advice? Because I always say, surround yourself with like-minded women. Because family and friends, my advice to everybody always is, get with like-minded women, join a community that is going to support you and help you see that you can do this, even though there'll be women at the same place as you or further along the road than you. So that's always my advice. What's next for you, and what is your advice?
I am currently writing a masterclass in decluttering, and it doesn't start off with let's start decluttering. It starts going back in time and looking at your timeline and looking at your journey with clutter, but then also looking at your vision as to what you would like your home to be like.
Brilliant.
I'm also looking at writing a book about decluttering with children and making it fun for them. The main element of my business, which I would absolutely love for it to become, is to become a social prescriber. And that's where, if people are overwhelmed, especially during lockdowns, that people have been going to the GPs and going, I can't cope, I'm not coping very well. So rather than them prescribing medication, they'd prescribe me. So I'd go along to their homes, help them out. Actually, I'd get involved, and I would help them get their home running a lot more smoothly and works for them. And it may be then that they don't need medication because they've got that overwhelm. That overwhelm has gone, and they've got the confidence and positivity back. So that's my main aim for my business.
Brilliant. So, you know, and like you say, going from feeling really depressed and hopeless to now all these possibilities. And what's your final advice to people watching this?
My advice would be, go for it. It doesn't cost you, or you can set up a business without any cost whatsoever. I've done it. I'd not paid out for anything. You don't need a professional qualification because you have experience, and that counts for so much.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Well, Janine, thank you so much. I will put your how to contact Janine if you want to contact Janine, if you need your house decluttering, your life decluttering. I will put how to contact Janine with this recording. And thank you so much, Janine. This is an amazing to chat with you. I'm just loving talking to so many inspirational women, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.